Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the only sales funnel which you need to implement today to hit over $100,000 per month in your info coaching business if you're already posting content on YouTube and you don't know exactly what to do in order to turn those views into actual clients for your coaching business. And the reason why I'm actually making this video specifically is because I see way too many info businesses losing out on at least $20,000 a week trying to implement these crazy Alex Hormozy, Iman Gadzhi types of funnels that people spend millions of dollars a month on ads in order to generate traffic to those funnels. And so the way that those funnels operate need to be completely different than, posting YouTube videos, already having warm, nurtured leads, and then having a funnel that's going to sell those types of people, or people who literally just give up and just, put a Calendly link or something along those lines. Because in reality, they end up with a funnel that's completely outdated, complicated, and most importantly, doesn't convert for YouTube. Now, it's still going to get them some sort of conversions, but it's not going to be anywhere close to what it could potentially be if they put the right funnel in place. And after building hundreds of funnels on YouTube and generating my clients over $5 million in the past 12 months, I found one funnel to outperform all others. And this is the micro niche YouTube funnel. Now, this is going to be specifically for people who post niche YouTube videos regarding a certain topic on YouTube and sell an info product around that topic. But I'm not going to be teaching you how to make these YouTube videos as I've been doing that in my past few videos. This video is going to be specifically around the sales funnel and the website that you need to create in order to convert those people who watch those videos. So in this video, you're going to be getting the exact framework on how you can build the exact same sales funnel and all of the details that happen before that, which is most of the time even more important. Now, this video is going to be covering everything and exactly how to position each stage of the funnel, from the lead being problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and then most aware, where we can eventually convert them. And you need to build your funnel based on the market's awareness and the traffic source. Just to give you a quick example of why this is so important, just imagine yourself being locked out of your car in winter, right? Locked out of your car, there's nothing you can do. And so the only thing that most people do, or the thing that most people do, is they go on the internet to find a website and find some sort of locksmith who can actually help them unlock their car. And if the website says something along the lines of sign up to our free webinar on how to prevent lockouts in the future, that's not what you need, right? You don't need a webinar, not in the future. You need a locksmith right now, right? You need to unlock your car, right? And so what you need to do with this level of info, and what the locksmith company should have done, was figure out what the right messaging was, figure out the exact awareness level of the market, and the right traffic source, right? Because if this locksmith company, or if this, I guess this would be an info business, is running this and positioning it in a way with all of the headlines on, Google, if they're doing search engine optimization, being around unlock your car right now, that's what they're paying for, right? Let's say, for example, if they're running ads to that, they're running SEO, and that's what they're paying for to get. But then they're sending people to this website. It's simply not going to convert because it's not what people clicked on and it's not what people are actually looking for. And so a lot of people do this with their info business too. They're speaking about a certain topic, they're presenting it in a certain way, but when it comes to actually delivering their offer, it's not that that offer doesn't sell, but it's that they're selling the wrong thing. And or at least positioning it in the wrong way. And this is exactly what you're going to be able to avoid with a actual good sales funnel. Now, what type of funnel do you need to build for YouTube specifically if you're selling some sort of info product, high ticket business, whatever it could be? This is just an example for specifically high ticket coaching, any type of one-on-one program from $4,000 to $15,000. Now, the best way to do this, like we've already kind of established, is through a micro YouTube channel where we're speaking about one topic specifically. However, you can also be in a little bit more of a macro niche where you're going a little bit broad, you're attracting a much wider group of people. You're just going to have to niche your sales funnel down. And if you have a micro niche YouTube channel, you're not going to have to niche down as much, because all of this comes down to, and the way that you position your copy and your sales funnel is really just going to come down to the awareness of the market. And these viewers, your ideal customer profile, is going to have a specific problem, but they don't know what the solution yet. So what you're going to have to do in your videos, right, to begin with, before we even do anything on the funnel side, before we build any website or write a single line of copy, you are going to have to figure out in your videos how you can create or get people to become problem aware, right? Because they have a specific problem, but don't know what the solution is yet. And this is exactly what you need to be emphasizing inside of your videos to attract these people for the first time, right? And if we're already going as specific as getting them problem aware inside of the niche YouTube videos, we're not going to have to do that inside of the sales funnel later on, or implement that as a component to it. Because the second that you make your content specifically with this in mind of getting people problem aware, you're already going to have people who are going to be a lot higher buyer's intent, cleaner algorithm signals. They're going to have stronger authority and positioning, better buyer pre-selling, and it's going to be faster trust loops. And you're going to create a small group of your target audience and sell to those types of people. And in those videos, you're going to be creating an exact solution to their problem and frame your product as the ultimate solution. For example, if they have a problem, your content's going to be, the solution to it. But then once they finish watching the video, they're going to be like, okay, well, he gave me part of the answer, but I don't have the entire answer, and I need the entire answer to actually solve my problem. And that's exactly where your product comes into place. And the way your sales funnel will have to just educate them about your unique mechanism and service, right? You don't want to be speaking about your service. You don't want to be salesy inside of your YouTube content itself. You essentially just want to be like, you essentially just want to get them problem aware. And once they're problem aware, you need to get them aware of the fact that you can help them solve that problem. Not being salesy yet. You're not selling your product yet. You're not telling them what's inside of the program. You're not telling them anything about the product. You're literally just making sure that they're actually problem aware, or getting to the point where they are problem aware, and then letting them know that you can help them solve that problem if they go to the next step inside of your funnel or your sales process or whatever else that it could be. And at this point, once they click on the website, they're now going to go from problem aware to solution aware. And so for people selling through niche YouTube videos or YouTube videos in general, where we're already getting people problem aware a lot of the time because it's long form content speaking about, specific topics, people are usually going to be solution aware right off the bat. But you can only implement other parts or products into your funnel once you nail down on the main funnel, which I'm about to show you in just a second. But real quick, if you're watching this video right now, before I keep going, if any of this that I'm speaking about right now is resonating with you, you're selling some sort of high ticket product, or you're just an aspiring coach and you want to start building your social media from scratch and eventually sell some kind of coaching mentorship program, then you can book a call right now. First link in the description. If you go down to the description of this video, you can go right here and click on this link right here. You're going to be able to schedule a one-on-one call, which is going to be completely free, where we're going to walk you through this entire process step by step. We're going to give you an exact content and offer audit. And if you don't have any yet, we're going to, give you a game plan of how you can get started based on your situation specifically, give you a behind the scenes look of what we're doing to scale our coaching offer to $25,000 plus per week. And that's what we're doing right now with the coaching offer, and give you a custom 90-day roadmap for you to actually grow your micro niche YouTube channel, grow your sales funnel, grow your sales team, and everything in between to start, hitting 50 to 100K a month in profit with your info product. This is going to be completely free, giving you this entire audit and all of the information. And then obviously, if you want to work one-on-one with us, that's going to cost money, but you might as well get this for free, completely free 30 minutes of the call where we're literally just helping you out. So there's no reason for you not to book it. Go to the first link in the description and book your call right now. But moving on. At this point in the funnel, we've got them problem aware, and we are now aware that we need to get them solution aware through our sales funnel itself. And most of the times, the problem that they're going to have, there's not going to be a one answer kind of fix their problem. There's going to be multiple things that can help them fix their problem and get them to the solution that they're looking for. And so the goal here is, obviously, we've gotten them product aware, solution aware. We need to make sure that they're understanding the differentiation between our mechanism and all of our competitors' mechanisms. The one sentence persuasion, which you can use inside of your call to actions, kill all of the alternatives that they have, make it logical, make it only logical for them to work with you and not anybody else. Give them some small partial wins through the free content, right? Because they still need to, you still want to give them some actual free value, and only if they really want everything step by step and want to work one-on-one with you, that's only when you can really get money from them. But you need to still give them some parts of the mechanism for free and give them a mechanism origin story, how you even got to the point of discovering this mechanism, and give them insight and real data on the funnel and teaching them, not the funnel, but whatever you're selling them, giving them a raw reality, not, how can I even say this? Not over promising, anything like that. Just keep it real, keep it authentic. That's what people are looking for right now in 2026. People really don't, and people see right through it, right? They see right through it when you're lying to them, when you're trying to over promise on a certain thing. Just give them the real stuff, and they're really gonna appreciate you for it. And the real question that we're asking ourselves here is, why should they choose my solution and mine only? And this is exactly what we can answer through the application VSL funnel. Now, this is the funnel that's converted at the highest rate for us. I've seen a lot of people speak about going straight to Calendly, doing some sort of webinar funnel, but at the end of the day, if your coaching business is doing 0 a month, 50K a month, for anything up to 100K a month, the application video sales letter funnel is always going to perform the highest for you. And let me teach you exactly how to implement it. Now, what it's essentially going to look like is there's going to be a simple opt-in page. And this is going to be a simple headline that's essentially just going to go over the emotional drivers to get them to watch this video below. And it's going to be going over fear, urgency, pride, relief, and status. And once they've gone through this point, we need to get them to click on the video sales letter, because they're solution aware right now, right? They're kind of aware of the solution, but they might still have limiting beliefs that are limiting them from booking the sales call with you, taking the next step, buying your product, or whatever else that it could be. And even if they do have the right beliefs, we want to re-incentivize them. And so once they click on the video, which is going to be the next step of the process, we essentially need to shift their belief system, right? We need to do that through giving them social proof of other people who were able to do it, even if they think they don't, or even if they think that what you're teaching isn't possible. You need to essentially tell them that it is possible by showing other people who've done it from situations or from similar situations to them that they are in right now. Give personal stories and anecdotes and change their perspective in general to re-incentivize and install a new belief system. And from this point, once they click on the page, they're going to essentially watch the video sales that have the new beliefs. And once those new beliefs are installed within them, they're going to want to work with you. And from that point onwards, there's usually going to be a very simple type form. They're going to film the type form out, book in a sales call with either you or your closer. And from that point, they're going to land onto a pre-call page. Now, this pre-call page is essentially just going to be handling their objections before the call. Now, the biggest objections that people usually have are simply going to be time, authority, risk, and trust. And so we want to handle these by giving, under the opt-in on the initial page to begin with, case studies of different students who've done it, right? Giving them further social proof. And once they actually get into the pre-call page, right? So once they actually book the call, the page that they get redirected to, we want a simple page that's not only going to give them the next steps and how they can prepare for the call, and just letting them know, like, hey, come in a quiet spot, come with a notebook, or come ready to take notes, and giving them actual pre-call videos like these right here, where we're handling all of the objections and making it very simple, right? Once they get on the call, they're not going to have that many objections. That is going to make it a lot easier for the closer to close them, as well as saving a bunch of time on the sales call. And so now the last step of the process is getting them to most aware. Now, once they're most aware, as long as they have the money to invest, they're going to buy your product, because at this point, they know they have the problem. They know that the solution exists, and you're the one who can provide them with the solution through your product or offer or service or whatever you're selling, right? And now all we need to do is get them to actually show up onto the call, because if they show up onto the call, the chances of them buying are going to be extremely high once they've gone through this entire process of seeing the YouTube videos, going through the sales funnel, us shifting their beliefs, handling all of their objections, and everything in between. And so we're going to do this through a simple pre-call flow, which is going to be feeding them social proof through different case studies, epiphany stories, relatability, authority, etc., handling their objections as we've already done. But we're going to continue to do them and handle as many objections as possible before the call. This can be anywhere from the money objection, time objection, fear objection, support objection, and then obviously and most importantly, why they should go with you specifically and not just some sort of competitor. And this could be, for example, for your unique mechanism, pattern, unique selling proposition, different angle that you have, whatever else that it could be. You just need to communicate these 3 things to them before the call through emails, SMS, Instagram, however we're reaching out to them. I'm going to break it down right now. And the easiest way to do this is really going to be email and WhatsApp. This is what most people use. If this is a US based offer, then obviously you want to use iMessage, SMS, whatever you like to call it. And we're going to be following up with these people that are booking in these calls and, taking them through these three things: 24 hours before the call, 12 hours before the call, an hour before the call, 30 minutes before the call, and 5 minutes before the call. And if we go through all of these reminders before the call, the chances of them not showing up after we send this many reminders through email and WhatsApp are going to be extremely low, right? The chance of them forgetting it, and it's no longer going to be a thing of, oh, I forgot about the call, they don't show up. They're probably just not interested. And the goal here is to pre-sell our mechanism, filter for the fit, and get them mentally invested so that once they jump in the call, they can actually just, invest the money and get started as quickly as possible. Now, obviously, the sales call is going to take place. It's going to happen over Zoom, Google Meet, however you'd like to host your sales calls. And based on the outcome of that sales call, you're going to know if they either no-showed, so they didn't show up to the call, either closed, where in that situation, we're happy because we got paid, or they didn't close. Now, in this scenario that they didn't show up to the call, we want to immediately double dial them 7 minutes after the call started, and then every 2 to 3 days after that, as well as following up with them through iMessages and a nurturing email sequence if they didn't show up to the sales call. And if they didn't close, once a week, we're going to be sending them a follow-up via message or iMessage, and obviously giving them nurture emails too, keeping it extremely simple. And once we've gone through this entire process, it's going to be very hard for them not to have bought. And this process right here is going to give you the exact framework which you're going to need and which is required to sell these people and sell these leads. But if you want to do this consistently and you don't just want to hit a 50K month once or a 40K month once, but you want to consistently scale your coaching business, put it into something that's actually reliable and, most importantly, consistent, as well as getting linear growth, you need to be tracking your data. I can't stress this enough. And a lot of people are going to be like, hey, I'm only going to do that once I start making 50K a month, 100K a month. But the reality is that the data that you're getting right now is so crucial, and it's going to make you so much more money if you just start collecting it straight away. So let me show you exactly how to do that. Because without data, you're never going to know what's wrong and what to fix, which could potentially double your revenue, because there could just be one big leak with all of the water coming out, and in this case scenario, all of these payments that you could be missing. So here's the universal data management process that's made my clients over $5 million in the past 12 months. It's very simple. We're setting KPIs, we're retrieving data, iterating based on that data, analyzing the data, identifying the flaws, and implementing, which is obviously going to get us the output. And to track this data, we have an internal dashboard over here that we built for our clients. And if you want to implement, so you can just text an Instagram, I'll send this to you. My Instagram's in the description, by the way, which can just pretty much track all the calls you're getting, the calls that you have in your calendar, live calls, your average order value, cash collected per day, what you're pacing for the month, how much you're cash collecting, and everything in between. And once you look at this dashboard right here, from the first glance, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to, sell your offer straight away. Now, a lot of you are going to be watching this video and you're looking at the sales process and you're like, okay, this looks like it's going to actually help me get to the point where I'm going from a simple Calendly link or an overcomplicated funnel or no funnel at all to what I actually need. But how can you actually implement this for yourself? Well, if you're a person who already has a coaching business but are struggling with scaling it past 30K per month, or you're just running a regular business right now and you want to start selling the skill that you use to run that regular business, but don't have a social media following yet and want a way to break into the info space and then eventually get to the point where you're making 50 to 100K per month with 75% profit margins with a relatively lean, low maintenance business. That's simple consulting. If that's you in this situation right now, I highly recommend you booking a call right over here, first link in the description, where you're instantly going to get a free one-on-one call where we're going to go over your content and offer, give you a behind the scenes look of all of our systems and processes, and give you a custom 90-day roadmap for what you need to do for completely free, right? No extra cost, nothing charged, no Wolf of Wall Street type of sales pitch. And then from that point, after a minute 30, if you actually want to work with us one-on-one and do this exact same thing for you, completely done for you, build your funnel out, build your social media out, within the first 7 days, positioning your offer, building your social media pages, doing all of the market research inside of your niche, Then again, done for you between day 7 and day 14, building your entire YouTube funnel out, building the content distribution system, putting a VA in place that costs $200 a month, which can build these Miro boards, completely done for you so that you can make videos just like mine explaining your mechanism specifically, and then putting a plug and play sales machine in. Also, day 7 to 14. So within 14 days, you have everything you need to get started inside of your coaching business, and then get 6 months of support directly from me, one-on-one with my team. You can book the call, get access to the one-on-one mentorship and all of the done for you aspects to it, or also just get all of the free stuff on that call. So if you're interested, book the call right now, first link in the description. And if you have any questions, text me on Instagram. That's everything for this video. Have a good one. Peace.